Hello, I'm Taylor Cairns. Take a close look at this picture. This boy was born prematurely. He was born in the Neo Natal intensive care unit, and he was born almost 6 weeks ahead of schedule, with many complications. But he is getting help. Howard County General Hospital. It's a place that to some mean the treatment of diseases, viruses, and health problems. For others, it means that it's a time of bringing life into the world. And for a select few, it means embarking on a journey through the neonatal intensive care unit. Many people who enter the neonatal intensive care unit, or NICU for short, ask the question, how did this happen? Why me? For that answer, we turn to Howard County's NICU director, Dr. Bleckman.
Sometimes it could be because of infection, a chest infection, and sometimes it's just great for some other reason we don't know. There's just no real reason. It's one of those questions that people are working on to try and understand.
Whether you fall means nothing at all. It's whether you.
If you enter this part of Howard County General, your baby has had health problems. Some have been born before the 38-week gestation period. Unlike regular deliveries, these births can be complicated and often dangerous.
They get something called respiratory distress syndrome because the lungs are immature, because there's deficiency of a certain chemical called surfactant that the babies have problems breathing when they're first born.
Surfactant, a chemical that is produced by cells inside of tiny air sacs in the lungs, are an essential part in taking those first breaths after birth. The chemical prevents the tiny air sacs from collapsing, causing fluids to enter the lungs. If there is not enough of it, then the baby will have respiratory distress syndrome and will need medical care. Luckily, babies with this problem have not had to worry for over 2 decades.
It was really discovered in 1955 that there was this deficiency of surfactant, and they've developed surfactant and now able to get it into the baby's lungs. And so any baby that has that problem, we're able to get it into the lungs.
There are many dangers when it comes to a premature birth, and nurses know not everyone is a miracle story.
Well, you can't tell them that it's going to be okay, because a lot of times it's not going to be okay. You're there to support them.
For Charlotte Musonda and her 5-year-old son Evan, weathering a storm isn't just an expression.
He did have one complication in that he was anemic, so I had to give him supplements of something called Epogen by injection. I think for, oh gosh, it may have been almost a month.
Evan has led a perfectly happy life, full of dance and laughter, and of course, his favorite.
Play with Star Wars Legos and watch Star Wars Lego movies and get Star Wars Lego sets. This is Captain Rex's dinosaur, and this guy's name is Commander Cody, and this guy's name is Commander Rex.
With Evan, many things could have gone wrong. I had a few issues during pregnancy, but pretty much everything went right. And even though he was born a month early, he's developed normally, he's grown normally. You wouldn't know that he was premature, so you know, a lot of things, even though kids get kind of a rough start in life that way, that they can turn out to be all right.
If anyone could relate to how the Musondas are feeling, it would be the Portnoff family.
And the circumstances were a bit unusual because I was on an Amtrak train.
While traveling with co-workers into Baltimore, Cindy Portnoff's water broke. She was forced to wait it out for 20 minutes before the stop at Baltimore. After the rush to the hospital and the delivery, things only got worse.
He was a little jaundiced, and we had to leave him in the hospital for about a week, which was very hard because everyone pictures their picture-perfect birth, you know, taking home a healthy baby from the hospital immediately, and the fact that we had to leave him in the hospital and go back and forth to Hopkins for about a week's time. It was not your traditional births.
I'm Zach Portnoff. I like to play baseball because it's a team sport, and I I always have friends on the team. And then I like to play guitar because I like music and it's fun to play along with all my favorite songs. I took lessons for a couple years, then I kind of got bored of that, so I learned on my own.
If you put your faith in the doctors, they know the best treatments and course of action, and everything will work out in the end. After all, my son Zachary, he's now a thriving 160-pound senior, and he's done great, you know, throughout his life, and you would never know today that he was ever a preemie looking at him. So what may seem, you know, very anxiety-ridden now, you know, later on you'll forget that it ever happened.
A lot of times when they shed their tears, you know why they're shedding the tears. And their emotions, their hormones are going crazy, and you can relate to that.
Just like Zach and Evan, our little boy from the beginning was able to fight through respiratory distress syndrome and collapsed lungs. How would I know this? Simple. This is me. Throughout my whole life, I've been able to perform theater and play in sports. So while you might feel a little apprehensive, a little scared, and even a bit confused, just know that the doctors and nurses of Howard County General Hospital are here for you. And believe me, they know what they're doing. Thank you.